All knowledge comes with a price. No one understood this better than Odin, the Allfather, who gave up more than anyone to gain his legendary wisdom. Let me take you to the heart of Norse mythology, where Odin reigns as the Allfather, the god of wisdom, war, death, and poetry. But Odin wasn't born wise. He earned his knowledge through relentless sacrifices, daring quests, and sometimes brutal choices. In this video, we'll explore the remarkable stories behind Odin's pursuit of wisdom and the timeless lessons his journey offers. Before Odin became the all-powerful Allfather, his story began in the void of Ginnungagap, the primordial chaos that existed before the universe. Odin was born from a line of powerful beings. His father, Bor, was the son of Buri, the first god, who had emerged from the ice formed in the chaos. Odin's mother was Bestla, a giantess. From this union of divine and giant blood, Odin and his two brothers, Vili and Ve, were born. In their earliest days, Odin and his brothers took part in one of the most significant acts in Norse myth, the slaying of Ymir, the primordial giant. Ymir's body was used to create the world. His flesh became the land, his bones formed the mountains, and his blood became the seas. This act of creation set Odin apart as a god of both destruction and renewal, one who understood the cycle of life and death. Odin's role in shaping the world hinted at the deep connection he would have with the forces of fate and knowledge. After the world was formed, Odin and his brothers became rulers of the cosmos, but Odin, unlike his siblings, hungered for more than just power. He desired knowledge of the deeper truths of existence. It was this unquenchable thirst for wisdom that would define his life and his sacrifices. Odin's thirst for wisdom drove him to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, and his willingness to sacrifice for it was unmatched. One of the first tales is his encounter with the Well of Mimir, hidden deep in Jotunheim, the land of giants. This well was said to hold the waters of knowledge, giving insight into all things, past, present, and future. But Mimir, the guardian of the well, demanded a great price, one of Odin's eyes. Without hesitation, Odin plucked out his own eye and dropped it into the well, gaining the deep wisdom of the ages, but forever bearing the mark of his sacrifice with his single eye. But Odin's journey didn't stop there. He sought the mead of poetry, a magical drink that would grant whoever tasted it the gift of wisdom and eloquence. The mead had been stolen and hidden in the fortress of a giantess named Gunnlod. To acquire it, Odin transformed himself into a serpent, slithered through a narrow passage, and charmed his way into her heart. After 3 nights, she granted him 3 sips of the mead. Yet Odin's cunning nature allowed him to consume the entire vat, and he flew away in the form of an eagle. This mead gave him the wisdom to create poetry, shaping culture and inspiring humankind. Another story that defines Odin's hunger for wisdom is his sacrifice on Yggdrasil, the world tree. To learn the secrets of the runes, symbols that held the power to shape reality, Odin hung himself from the great tree for 9 nights, pierced by his own spear. He was denied food and water, dangling between life and death, before the runes finally revealed their mysteries to him. These symbols granted him mastery over magic, fate, and destiny. The most pivotal moment in Odin's journey for wisdom came with his encounter at Mimir's well. After drinking from its waters, Odin was granted unparalleled wisdom. He could see all things across time. But this wasn't just a blessing, it was also a curse. With his newfound knowledge, Odin foresaw the coming of Ragnarok, the end of days for the gods, where even he, the mighty Allfather, would fall. The doom of the gods was now imprinted in his mind, haunting him with every decision he made. Yet, despite knowing the future, Odin chose to act. Instead of resigning to his fate, he used his wisdom to prepare Asgard for the inevitable battle. He gathered the best warriors in Valhalla, training them for the final war. He fathered powerful sons, Thor, the god of thunder, and Balder, the shining god of purity, hoping they would one day lead the gods in the fight against the forces of chaos. But even as Odin schemed, he knew that no amount of preparation could prevent Ragnarok. His wisdom became both his greatest strength and his deepest burden, for he carried the weight of knowing that the gods' fall was certain. This moment captures the essence of Odin's wisdom, to know the future, but also to understand that some things are beyond even the gods' control. His journey shows that wisdom is not about avoiding tragedy. It's about navigating it with strength and purpose. Odin's wisdom shaped his relationships with gods, giants, and humans alike. To his fellow gods, Odin was a visionary, guiding Asgard with foresight and strategic brilliance. Yet, his actions were often seen as cold and calculated, as he manipulated events to delay Ragnarok. Even his relationships with his sons, Thor and Balder, were strained by his knowledge of their eventual fates. For humans, Odin appeared as a wanderer, often disguised as an old man with a cloak and a wide-brimmed hat, testing the wisdom of those he encountered. Through these encounters, he taught mortals the value of sacrifice, cunning, and resilience, passing on the knowledge he had earned through his own trials. But Odin's wisdom also alienated him. The burden of knowing the fate of the gods and the ultimate futility of even his greatest plans left him isolated. The more he knew, the lonelier he became. Odin's endless pursuit of wisdom offers timeless lessons for us. He teaches that wisdom is not something you receive easily. It must be earned through effort, sacrifice, and even suffering. But perhaps the most profound lesson from Odin's journey is that true wisdom often comes with the understanding of one's limits. Even the Allfather couldn't change fate. What he could do, however, was act with purpose in the face of inevitable doom. In our modern lives, Odin's quest for knowledge reminds us that wisdom is more than just information. It's about making decisions in a world where not everything can be controlled. It's about facing challenges head-on, even when the outcome is uncertain. What's your favorite story about Odin's wisdom? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're curious about more legends from Norse mythology, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because the journey to wisdom never ends.